A tiny spark, a little black powder, and suddenly an entire mountain explodes apart. Bullets fly through the air, fireworks light up the sky, and history itself changes forever. But here's the strange part. The recipe behind gunpowder is shockingly simple. In fact, one of its ingredients was once scraped from caves filled with bat droppings. Another comes from ordinary charcoal, the same black material left after burning wood. So how can three simple substances create something powerful enough to launch rockets, destroy walls, and change wars forever? And why did ancient people accidentally discover one of the most dangerous inventions in human history? It all begins more than 1,000 years ago in ancient China. Oddly enough, gunpowder was not invented for war. Chinese alchemists were searching for something completely different, an immortality potion, a magical mixture that could help humans live forever. They mixed strange materials together, heated them over fire, and tested endless combinations. But one day, instead of creating eternal life, they created an explosion. The mixture suddenly burst into flames, producing smoke, heat, and a loud blast. Ancient records even warned people that this powder could burn hands and faces. Without realizing it, they had created the world's first explosive powder, gunpowder. Now here's where things become fascinating. Gunpowder only needs 3 ingredients: potassium nitrate, charcoal, and sulfur. But each ingredient has a very specific job, and without even one of them, the entire reaction fails. The most important ingredient is potassium nitrate, also called saltpeter. This chemical acts like an oxygen supplier. Normally, fire needs oxygen from the air to burn, but inside gunpowder, potassium nitrate carries its own oxygen. That means the reaction can happen extremely fast, even in small spaces like inside a gun barrel. Centuries ago, people collected potassium nitrate from some truly disgusting places. They found it in animal waste, old manure piles, damp soil, caves filled with bat droppings, and even decaying organic material. Workers would gather this nitrate-rich dirt, soak it in water, filter it, and then evaporate the liquid until white crystals remained. Those crystals became saltpeter. The second ingredient is charcoal. At first glance, charcoal looks harmless, but inside gunpowder it becomes the fuel. It burns rapidly and releases huge amounts of hot gas. But not all charcoal works equally well. Soft woods like willow or alder were often preferred because they produced lightweight charcoal that burned faster. The third ingredient is sulfur. Sulfur lowers the ignition temperature, meaning the powder ignites much more easily. It also helps the reaction spread faster through the mixture. Without sulfur, gunpowder would burn slower and less efficiently. Now imagine these 3 ingredients being carefully measured. Traditional black powder usually contains around 75% potassium nitrate, 15% charcoal, and 10% sulfur. That ratio is extremely important. Too much charcoal, and it burns poorly. Too little nitrate, and the explosion becomes weak. But simply mixing the ingredients is not enough. Early gunpowder makers discovered that the texture matters just as much as the recipe itself. First, each ingredient is ground into an incredibly fine powder. In ancient times, huge stone wheels crushed the materials for hours. The finer the particles, the faster the reaction. Then the powders are mixed very carefully. This step was extremely dangerous because even a tiny spark could ignite the entire batch. To reduce risk, the mixture was often dampened with water or alcohol, creating a thick paste. This prevented accidental explosions during mixing. The paste was then pressed together into dense cakes. After drying, those cakes were crushed into small grains. This process is called corning. Surprisingly, grain size changes how gunpowder behaves. Fine grains burn extremely quickly, while larger grains burn slower. Different weapons require different grain sizes. Finally, the grains were polished and coated to reduce dust and improve storage life. At that point, the gunpowder was ready. But what actually happens when gunpowder ignites? The moment a spark touches it, the sulfur catches fire first. That heat rapidly ignites the charcoal. Then the potassium nitrate releases oxygen, feeding the flames instantly. Within milliseconds, the solid powder transforms into enormous volumes of hot gas. And this is the key to its power: expansion. The gases expand so violently that pressure builds almost instantly. Inside a gun barrel, that pressure pushes a bullet forward at incredible speed. Inside fireworks, it launches glowing shells into the sky. Inside cannons, it once shattered castle walls that seemed impossible to destroy. What's even more surprising is that gunpowder doesn't technically explode like modern explosives, such as TNT. Instead, it burns extremely fast in a process called deflagration. But when confined in a tight space, that rapid burning creates explosive pressure. Once humans realized its power, gunpowder changed the world forever. Wars transformed completely. Massive stone castles that once protected kingdoms suddenly became vulnerable to cannons. Swords and bows slowly gave way to firearms. Empires rose and fell because of this black powder. But gunpowder also created beauty. Fireworks, originally invented in China, spread across the world and became symbols of celebration. The same powder that powered weapons also painted the night sky with color. And even today, despite modern technology, traditional black powder is still used in fireworks, historical firearms, and some rockets. A discovery made accidentally by ancient alchemists still survives after more than 1,000 years. All from 3 simple ingredients: charcoal, sulfur, and crystals once collected from cave walls. A mixture so simple that it sounds harmless, yet powerful enough to reshape human history forever.